Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host AirsoftAL, the common man's Airsoft Reviews bad guns so you don't buy them. And today is an intervention for a company that we all know and love and trust. Today's company we are talking about is JG Biggest, the company who makes really good affordable guns that many airsofters will buy. I remember getting an M16A3 from JG, and it was a really good gun. I loved that gun. It was so fun, and it was just great to have. But, today we are talking about something a little more serious. JG, this is your intervention. For today, folks, we are talking about something that I cannot believe JG would make of their own volition. JG makes this, and thankfully they're only selling it for under $10, but still, JG, who's bullying you? There's no way you could have made this about someone bullying you. Is it BB Sports? Is BB Sports bullying you? Are they making you do this, JG? Are they selling you crack? Are they selling them drugs? Are you doing drugs, JG? JG, you know not to do this. You don't do this. JG, why? Why? I mean, remember what Michael Jordan said about drugs?
Stop it. Get some help.
Remember what Pee Wee Herman said about drugs?
This is crack.
I mean, when I told people that you made an AK-12, their reaction was this.
I'll take your entire stock!
But now when people see this, the reaction is this.
What? What the fuck?
JG. Why? Why, JG? Please, get some help. As much as I do love your guns, as much as I love your company and some of your ethics, and the fact that you actually were in a somewhat three-way Ponzi scheme, apparently, or maybe, I don't know, the full story behind the AK-12, but still, this is an intervention, JG, and someone has to give you tough love. That person's me. I'm sorry, but this hurts me more than it hurts you, JG. It really does. So let's get into it. The gun in question is this, and the box art itself actually presents a really interesting gun until you see the problem. This red flag here and this red flag here. Even the instructions on the back make the gun look out to be really good. I mean, look at this. This actually does look okay. But since it's by the same people who, of course, made the pump-action M249 and a pump-action M4 and a pump... Those little pump-action guns that I reviewed back in 2017. Or was it 2018? The 2018 was the Return to Hell series. Either way, either last year or 2017, or later half of 2017, I reviewed this company's guns. But this is beyond anything I've ever seen in my life. It's bad. But it gets worse. It really does. It gets worse when we actually open the box up. Just look at that. I'm sorry, JG. This is not good. And what's worse is that all of it is not great. The silencer itself, if I can never get it out, it's just bad. This actually comes off. It's not good. I mean, it does have a barrel inside, but it's not a barrel that you actually want. The sad part is that this is not good. You'd have to re-glue this on. This sight, it's not good. It really isn't. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. The laser doesn't even work. What is up with that? And then, of course, this. Look at that. It's a police light. It's a police light. And then we get to the gun itself. JG, again, I have to ask, is someone bullying you? Are the other companies bullying you? Did someone bully you to make this? Sad part is this is coming apart, so you have to have this on the end of it. Even though, in reality, it doesn't do any good. It really doesn't. You have to put this on next, which, even then you have to pull this up in order for it to actually sit on there correctly. I mean, just, what is this? Just doesn't even sit properly. What is this? What is this even? I mean, sure, you could use it for something, but what is this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at even? And then, of course, this grip. Just, what is this? I mean, just, JG. Sorry, but this is bad. This is beyond bad, folks. This is probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Believe me. I mean, the magazine release choke. I mean, the gun itself is just a shrunk down high kappa. It's a shrunk down 1911. I think it's a 1911. It might be a different gun, but in order for you to actually have it, you have to grab this back here, which is already tough as is. And even then, it's got a short stroke. My God, it looks like it wants to break. Even firing it, watch this. It moved a little bit. It even cracked a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. It cracked a little bit. So you know what? We're going to take this off because we only need that to keep it all together. And this, we don't need this. We don't need this. We do not need this. That goes bye-bye. That goes bye-bye. We don't even need this grip. Again, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary plastic. Why would you do this? Why, JG? Why would you do this? Why? And then we're left with this. A weird pseudo-tactical pistol with an unnecessary compensator for a sight, Picatinny rails on the bottom, for a shrunk-down pistol. If it was a larger pistol, I'd completely understand why. But this is so small that even the smallest hands, and believe me, I've got some pretty tiny hands compared to a lot of people, is going to have a hard time gripping this, which is why I guess they made this this style, because if they had the standard style, then it would have worked. But this spring is ungodly. Just... I can't, folks. I cannot, in good faith, do anything with this. But, as your reviewer, as a common man's airsofter, I have to. So let's go ahead, take this to the chronograph, and see what we're dealing with. I have this loaded up, a .2's Black Ops, the chronograph right here, and I have a glove on my left hand because, again, more grip to prime this. Good God, that prime is atrocious. Alright, so, let's go ahead and see what she's shooting at, shall we? .2's. 83 FPS. .73. The glove does make it easier to prime, it really does. 69. You're not... Yeah, no, it's gradually going down, folks. We have one more baby left before we can call it. 71. Went back up. Last baby. My God, now my hand's starting to hurt from this thing. 77. JG, I'm disappointed in you. I am seriously disappointed in you. By the end of this, I'm going to have words for you, JG. I really am. I really am. I am very disappointed in you. Let's set this up down here, put a run cam on this, and see if it even reaches this at 5 feet. Because according to the chronograph, it should be reaching 34 feet, but we'll see. JG, I am disappointed in you. I am heavily disappointed in you. I mean, I had such high hopes for you. High hopes. I have such high hopes for you, JG. I expected you to go to college, get a good education, you know, just be a good boy. But then you go and do this? This? Something I expect you were doing drugs while making? JG, if it was my decision, I'd make you go out in them woods and I'd make you find me the largest switch you ever had and I'd tan that hide of yours. That ain't my decision. Mama Marui has made you a punishment. Go in the corner. Alright, I want you to go in the corner and I want you to think what you did. I want you to think about what you did while making this. I want you to think how disappointed Mama Marui is and how disappointed I am in your actions. Get over it. Better not be handing him sass. I'm going away with a belt. For the rest of you, probably wondering what's the final score in this. Much as I am disappointed in and JG, who is currently in a timeout. Believe me, if I had my choice, I'd tan his hide. But it ain't my choice, it's Mama Marui's choice. This gun gets no less than a 1 out of 10. It is an epic fail. It is not worth the time. It is not worth the price. It is not worth you getting. I'm sorry, guys. It's not worth it. At all. None of this is worth it. It just makes me disappointed in JG. I mean, what was he thinking?